Shalom, all praise to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, the Mahasi Apostles, the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you, Akim, out there preaching and teaching. Just another beautiful sunny day here in St. Louis. You know, it's a little chilly out, but the fire of the Lord is in me. So I'm going to just prophesy on, and blessings to you, brothers. You Akim out there watching, you Israelites. Hand warmers gone. It's Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are on the face of the earth. And that's correct. The Israelites are, and everybody knows, we're the Lord's chosen people. That's why physically we're the most talented, spiritually we're the most talented, intellectually we're the most talented. But the Lord has had a special punishment for us for going off, and now here we are in the captivity of America. And coming into 2018 here, you got a lot of prophecies, you got a lot of things that have the earth heating up to where it is, right? You got Vladimir Putin who wants to take out America. You got Kim Jong-il who wants to take out America. You got a few of these guys. You got a few of these guys who want to take out America. You got a lot of countries who want America gone. And matter of fact, I say every country want America gone. Ain't that right? Every country want America gone, man. America want fucking America gone. The Israelites want America gone. If you black, Latino, that's right, baby. You an Israelite. Come here, man.
We're not African American, we're Israelites.
That's right. Come here. You busy?
What?
No, I just wanted to holler at you real quick. Okay, all right. Well, God bless, man. Shalom. Yep. So these people, they know, he just said, we Israelites. Yeah, we the Israelites. These people, they know who we are. They know who the Israelites are. That's why these Arab leaders sent us a letter saying that we know they're the Israelites. The people in Israel, those are the fake Jews. Even though Jerusalem, the good city, is the capital of the world, that is supposed to be the capital of Israel, that's the capital of the world. But those people in that land, of course, those are the Khazarians. But this is, where is it at? This is Isaiah 10. Even though, yeah, they are correct in saying that Israel is the capital. This is Isaiah 10. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness. Select. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. And that's right. That's why, here in Missouri, they just passed that law recently. But you can't tell them they discriminate. What's that?
We are Israelites. Right. Not African American.
You're right, man.
People think that African American. So we didn't come from Africa.
That's right.
Our people, like our skin, we are Israelites, not African American.
I feel you, bro.
So I've heard some people say, I'm from Africa. You ain't from Africa. You ain't come from Africa.
That's right.
Israelites.
They lost.
That's our race. That's our race. Israelites. You are Israelites.
They need men like you, man, to come out here and tell them who they are. They need you.
I already know because I was reading what saying.
Okay, I feel you.
Watch movies and stuff.
I feel you. Yeah. Yeah. But that's good, bro. That's good. You know you're an Israelite.
Yeah.
That's good, yeah. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. And that's right. That's what this man has done, man. He's done everything in his power to destroy the Lord's chosen people. I don't care. Okay. Let's get sober a little bit. God. He's done everything to destroy the Lord's chosen people, the Israelites. Put all kind of laws up. Like I was saying, you can't file for discrimination unless you have super proof. You have written proof. These people exalt themselves on high. You know, you go to the job, you the first fired, you the last hired. They want to bullshit. Hey, don't record me, please. Don't record. Don't record. Fuck it. Go ahead. To turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that the widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. And that's right. That's what's going on. You got a lot of our people who are fatherless. They're physically fatherless. The father is not in the house. You know, they don't. You got our young men emotional. They don't understand life. They don't understand, you know, how to build themselves up. They don't understand manhood. And you got spiritually fatherless. Our people are spiritually fatherless. That's why, you know, when you have a father, you have rules. Your father puts strict rules on you. He puts strict laws on you. And through those rules and through those laws, you go through life and you have a code of conduct for how you carry yourself. The Bible is full of those codes of conduct for us to be able to carry ourselves through our spiritual father. That's why when you see our people, they go through, they look like bastards. They got tattoos all over. They got the stupid ass dreadlocks. They prioritize fancy looks and fancy shoes and so-called fancy things, which are really made in China and they're not fancy. And they choose that over good character and good health and good mental stability. Because these people are fatherless. These people are spiritually bastards. And so-called Esau, he can see that, and he plays off of that. And what will ye do in the day of visitation, in the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help, and where will ye leave your glory? Without me, they will bow down under the prisoners, and they shall fall under the slain. For all this his anger is not turned away before, but his hand is stretched out still. That's right. O Assyrian, the rod of my anger and the staff in their hand is my indignation. I will send him against a hypocritical nation, which is America, a nation of fucking hypocrites. Motherfuckers talking about they want to buy back our guns. They got all kind of guns and shit. Talking about they want to do a gun buyback, but they got all kind of guns in their house. They got all kind of pictures of black people at the gun range that they practice on. Y'all know that y'all Israelites, right? You know? Okay, all right. But like I said, man, they try to make a target out of the nation of Israel. That's why they do all that stuff. Hey, and that's why you got all our young men out here high on drugs, pants hanging off their ass, looking retarded out here. It's freezing cold. You got your pants off your ass. I know your ass cold, man. We pulling them up good. Hey, man, our people don't know how to fucking act. Even over here, you got, I'm right next to Blueberry Hill, Chuck Berry's so-called restaurant. I will send him against a hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire in the streets. That's right. And that's what the prophets are called to do, to go against the hypocritical nation, which is America. Where they talk of, they put transgenders and homosexuals on a pedestal over the so-called black, so-called Latino, or so-called Native American people. Because that's what America's about. Bullshit and fuckery. Putting homos on a fucking pedestal. Howbeit he meaneth not so, neither do my heart think so, but it is in his heart to destroy and cut off nations, not a few. And that's right, that's what's going to happen. America's going to be cut off. For he saith, are not my princes altogether kings? Is not Cano as Carchemish? Is not Hamath as Arpad? Is not Samaria as Damascus? As my hand hath found the kingdoms of the idols, and whose graven images did excel them of Jerusalem and of Samaria. Shall I not, as I have done unto Samaria and her idols, so do to Jerusalem and her idols? Wherefore it shall come to pass that when the Lord hath performed his whole work upon Mount Zion and on Jerusalem, I will punish the fruit of the stout heart of the king of Assyria and the glory of his high looks. For he said, by the strength of my hand I have done it, and by my wisdom, for I am prudent. And I have removed the bounds of the people, and have robbed their treasures, and I have put down the inhabitants like a valiant man. And my hand hath found as a nest the riches of the people, and as one gathering eggs that are left, have I gathered all the earth, and there was none that moved the wing, or opened the mouth, or peeped. Shall the axe boast itself against him that heweth therewith? Or shall the saw magnify itself against him that shaketh it? As if the rod should shake itself against them that lift it up, or as if the staff should lift up itself as it were no wood. Therefore shall the Lord of hosts, sit among his fat ones, leanness, and under his glory he shall kindle a burning like the burning of a fire. And that's what's going to happen to America. America is going to burn as a fire because you people are wicked and you promote wickedness, and you continue to promote wickedness and try to say that you come in the name of the righteous. And you're fucking proud too. And the light of Israel shall be for a fire, and his holy one for a flame, and it shall burn and devour his thorns and his briars in one day. And so the Bible says, look, in one day, really it says 1 hour, this shit is going to all be destroyed under the power of the Lord. And that's why we do what we do, man, because this is not a game. This is real talk. This ain't fake news. This is real news. And he shall consume the glory of his forest. That's right. So all your forests is going to, your national, your fucking Mark Twain forest, which Mark Twain was one of the biggest racists in literature. All your fucking, what's another one? All your fucking Yellowstone and all that shit, that's going to be consumed. Just like it happened in California. That shit was consumed. And this fruitful field in both soul and body. And they shall be as when a standard bearer fainteth. That's right. And a standard, that's your flag, that's your symbol. That's the person, they have to remain strong with that standard. And the rest of the trees of his forest shall be few, that a child may write them. And it shall come to pass in the day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty God. For though the people, thy people Israel, be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption of decree shall overflow with righteousness. That's right. And that's what's going to happen. The remnant of Israel is going to return to the nation of Israel. And America's going to be fucking destroyed. Because America produces some of the most wicked shit on this earth. You got all kind of faggots and sodomites. You got all kind of dykes and trannies. And these people are all famous. Even our president, he's a fucking faggot. They got him on video with a dude cross-dressing, and he acting real sensitive towards that dude. Because that's what America promotes. Because this is the reincarnation of the Greek and the Roman Empire, and all the customs of the Greeks and the Romans were carried onto this place, including so-called fucking Christmas, which we know as Saturnalia. And with these so-called holidays, which holiday means holy day, there's nothing holy about it. These Edomites are doing all kind of sacrifices and praying to all kind of idols behind the scenes. And we know about it because the Lord gives his secrets to his servants, the prophets. We know what you do. For the Lord God of hosts shall make a consumption even determined in the midst of all the land. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of hosts. Still wrong. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of hosts, O my people that dwellest in Zion, be not afraid of the Assyrian. He shall smite thee with a rod, and shall lift up his staff against thee after the manner of Egypt. For yet a very little while, and the indignation shall cease, and my anger and their destruction. And the Lord of hosts shall stir up a scourge for him, according to the slaughter of Midian at the rock Oreb, and as his rod was upon the sea, so shall he lift it up after the manner of Egypt. God. And that's why even here in St. Louis, they had what? About 200 murders last year. 200 fucking murders. And every suspect in that murder was so-called black. Now that's not a good thing, but because you Edomites are oppressing our people so fucking badly, you got our people who choose the lifestyle of wickedness. And you Edomites are to blame for that. You sit here and you oppress the nation of Israel, and then when these people, they make rash and stupid decisions, you say, look, see? And that's what a fucking devil does. This is Ezekiel chapter 2 and 3, and he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me even unto this very day. And that's what happened, man. The nation of Israel, we transgressed against the Most High, and he set us up. It's a lot. It's a lot. The nation of the fucking Israelites, the so-called spiritual leaders of the Israelites, back in the day, they set the Lord up to be crucified. They set up the very Messiah, the anointed himself, the man who, in his other form, created everything. He's the first fruits of all things, and that's why we are where we are. Because the nation of Israel proved himself to be completely wicked and completely disrespectful to the commandments of Yahweh Shai. It don't matter if it's cold, it don't matter if it's hot. We're supposed to come out here and prophesy and call out America for the wickedness that they do, and they've done upon the black, Latino, and Native American people. How they killed and they raped our women. How they put us in slavery. They put us in, how they built this country on our backs and we didn't get shit from it. And when we complain and we talk about it, they tell us we lazy. No, well, fuck, you do got some lazy niggas, but hey, when opportunities present themselves, hey, our people get moving. Hey, so I say again, if you black, Latino, or Native American, you an Israelite. It's time to wake up. It's time to stop wandering around. This is Ezekiel 3. I'm going to read this again. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against thee, even unto this very day. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God. And that's what we say. Thus saith Yahweh Shai, God of Israel, God over the world, the Ancient of Days. And we not only have to come out, but we have to keep order too. And they whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, because you got a lot of these people who are going to forbear. 2/3 of the nation of Israel is going to forbear. They're not going to want to come to this. Even in the day of our power, they still don't want to come to this. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for their rebellious house, yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them. And that's correct. So that's why we have to make our calling and election short, to let these people know that it's a prophet among them. And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to prophesy through the thick and through the thin, through the hard times and through the easier times. Come. And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them. Hey, so if we are not the prophets of the Lord, where are the prophets of the Lord at? Are they in the church houses? Are they in the mosque? Where are the true prophets of the Lord if he said he was going to send his prophets? Where are they at? Is it the Pope? Is it the Imam? And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words, though briars and thorns be with thee. That's right. And thou dost dwell among scorpions. Be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. And thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are most rebellious. But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. And when I looked, behold, a hand was set unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without. And there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe. And that's right. Lamentations, mourning, and woe. And that's what's going to happen to this country. It's going to be lamentations, mourning, and woe unto you people. Right? Because right now you can eat. Right now you got nice cars. You got your Uber driver, whatever. But shortly that follows, you're going to have all kind of destruction. You're going to have all kind of men turning against each other. Right? With some purge, steam type shit. You're going to have all kind of neighbors trying to kill each other. Matter of fact, let's get that. Yeah, because right now it's the so-called New Year. Everybody's hungover. Everybody's at home in a nice, comfortable bed. Hey, but it's going to be a time where you ain't going to be able to be comfortable. It's going to be a warfare. It's going to be urban warfare like they showed you in the movie Bushwick. Where is that? 15, 15. This is 2nd Esdras, verse 15. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the word of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. And that's what the Bible is. It's a written book of prophecies and things that are set to happen. And fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them speak against thee that speak against thee. And that's right. Because these people have all kind of incredulity against the so-called men of the Lord, because they're filled with Satan. For all unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So it doesn't matter what you believe or you don't believe. The things of the Bible are concrete. The things of the Bible are concrete. They will happen, whether you believe or not. Your best bet is to believe and follow suit. Because you have certain people prophesied not to believe and to believe. Then you have certain men prophesied to follow through in that action. And that's what we do. We try to follow through and we try to fulfill that prophecy, because that's how the Bible works. You have to fulfill what it asks you to do. That's why we come out here in sackcloth with a border of blue. with the fringes, which represent the law. The border blue and the fringes represent the law of the scripture. It's supposed to be reminded of the law. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues on the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And that's what's going to happen, man. That's why, you know, if you ever read the comics, X-Men, you had the 4 horsemen of apocalypse, which that's something they took from the Bible. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. And that's what's going on all over Earth. You got people killing each other with the sword. The modern day sword is the gun. Famine. You got people hungry, starving in Venezuela, starving in what's this, over in Africa. You know, over in these different little countries, Libya, different countries in Africa, starving. You got our people, some of our people in West Africa, fucking starving. You got a lot of death. You got all these Edomites with the spirit of death on them who come and they shoot up little spots. I'm not saying I'm doing that, but that's what's happening with you Edomites. That's what you Edomites are doing. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So how is wicked, if America is a righteous place, how is wickedness exceedingly polluted the whole earth? What else could it be talking about? You Edomites, you already killed Osama bin Laden. You killed Saddam Hussein. Those are men who George Bush said were the devil. So how is it wickedness exceedingly polluted the whole earth? Therefore said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And that's what we do. We complain continually because we're catching hell under this so-called Edomite, the fucking devil. And we're going to continue to complain, and we're going to continue to complain. We're going to continue to call upon the name of the Lord until he sends his son back to fulfill prophecy and to destroy this place and to bring the elect out of this nation. And therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. And I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. And that's right, that's what's going to happen. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting of hail and with fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell wherein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand. And that's what's going to happen, man. The war is going to go on. And you have to specifically know what's happening. For there shall be sedition.